Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age Inquisition. And just look at this vista, I love it. Oh, the mountains, the breach in the background. That is beautiful. It's a beautiful game. Okay, today we are going to talk to Cassandra. I think this is our first real off-duty talk. And I really enjoy Cassandra's character so far. There's several reasons why I enjoy Cassandra. Let's just talk with her a little bit first, then I can perhaps explain. Disgusted noise. Okay? Ooh. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna pick this. And it makes sense, because, you know, they both have the same fighting style. Shield and sword. And he can probably tell that she's impressive. And if you can add some flirting into that, sure.
You're kind of a force of nature, aren't you?
When I need to be.
It's impressive.
You flatter me.
I'm trying.
Did I do the right thing?
Nice.
What I have set in motion here could destroy everything I have revered my whole life.
Well, you had no
One day
choice.
they may write about me as a traitor, a madwoman, a fool. And they may be right.
No. No, I think she did the right thing, because right now the world is in chaos, and who would pick up the pieces if not the Inquisition?
What does your faith tell you?
I believe you are innocent. I believe more is going on here than we can see. And I believe no one else cares to do anything about it. They will stand in the fire and complain that it is hot.
Yep.
But is this the Maker's will? I can only guess.
Oh, so you don't think I'm chosen then?
You don't think I'm the Herald of Andraste?
I think you were sent to help us. I hope you were. But the Maker's help takes many forms. Sometimes it's difficult to discern who it truly benefits, or how.
Okay, let's be superficial for a moment here. I'm not usually very superficial, but and you will never hear me say things like, "Oh, that's a nice piece of woman," rawr. But I really enjoy how Cassandra is looking, especially her eyes, her makeup around her eyes, and her eyebrows. That's just, I love that. This might surprise you, but I oftentimes go for more females who have slightly softer features. But Cassandra is still a beautiful woman, and I do like some defects. It brings character to your appearance. I mean, I don't care if you have a crooked tooth or a broken nose. I mean, it just breathes character into who you are. But yeah, I think she's very beautiful, and of course, short hair, short dark hair. I really love that as well.
What's going to happen now?
Now, we deal with the Chantry's panic over you before they do even more harm. Then we close the breach. We are the only ones who can. After that, we find out who is responsible for this chaos, and we end them. And if
Good.
there are consequences to be paid for what I have done, I pay them.
Nice. I like how she thinks.
I only pray the
Also,
price is not too high.
training dummy. I mean, what she said there, even though it was a really weird angle, she's willing to pay the price. And I fully believe she's doing the right thing. And just the thing she said there, it's one of the ways, it's one of the things that really attracts me to Cassandra. Not just her appearance, because that's very secondary when it comes to Cassandra, but her honorable ways. That's just... Oh, I love that.
You didn't have any choice.
Didn't I?
I don't think so.
My trainers always said, Cassandra, you are too brash. You must think before you act. I see what must be done, and I do it. I see no point in running around in circles like a dog chasing its tail. But I misjudged you in the beginning, did I not? I thought the answer was before me, clear as day. I cannot afford to be so careless again.
I mean, again, she's apologizing. She's taking the high road. She's severe or direct, but she's not mean about it. And she has cause. I mean, if I was in her shoes, and I mean, I would probably think the same thing if I had like one guy who came out of a rift after a big explosion that killed everyone she loved. Okay, not everyone she loved, but many people she liked. And hell yeah, I would be accusing this person. So yeah, she had cause. She had cause. And I'm not just apologizing for her because I like her and I want to be romantic with her. I made those mistakes before. I do not want to compromise my character this time just to get the girl I want. That's not... Nope. But she had a cause.
It wasn't like you had no reason to suspect me.
I was determined to have someone answer for what happened. Anyone.
Okay, that's all.
You've said you don't believe you're chosen. Does that mean you also don't believe in the Maker?
Wow, they're really not pulling their punches here. There's a lot to talk about here. Okay, well, I was planning to talk about this, but not now. But I'm guessing this is as good a time as any. So, I'll try not to bring too much real-life religion into this discussion. I might have to a little bit. But, okay, so we know that Garrett here was raised in a very religious family. And they expected him to become a servant of the Chantry, either as a Templar or some sort of... Well, they can't be priests, men, but somehow serve the Chantry. And if you grow up like that, it's very hard to deny religious beliefs. I mean, take this example let's take an example. Let's say my parents believe in the old Norse gods, and every time lightning strikes, they say to me that that's Thor, the god of thunder. And of course I'm gonna believe them. I'm a young guy, as a child, and growing up, and these are people I revere. They are the most important people to me. And they say that that's how it is. So of course I'm gonna believe them. Of course, when you get older, you know, you may become more of a critical thinker. And I think that's what happened here with Garrett. He grew up religious, and then he didn't see any evidence really that the Maker was real. That, coupled with the family pushing him to become a servant of the Chantry, probably made him step back and say, no, I'm not too sure about this. I mean, he can't really say that he's a atheist. I think he's probably a bit like me, a bit agnostic, because he can't prove that there isn't a Maker. He may not believe in the Maker, but some force maybe that created the world. But then again, I mean, he's probably in the middle, because I'm trying to piece this together logically. so it makes sense for the character. I think Garrett, again, mirroring my own beliefs. He doesn't know. He's not a full-blown atheist, but he's leaning towards that part. Maybe it depends on what happens. If Garrett went into the Temple of Sacred Ashes like the Grey Warden did and saw all those spirits talking about Andraste and the Maker, then he might believe more in the Maker. But right now, if he sees people abusing this Chantry's powers for own privileges or using the Chantry dogma to do harm, then he might start leaning towards the other place, be more anti-Chantry. So yeah, he doesn't know really, and frankly, he doesn't really care. Yeah, I think that's it.
I can't really say.
I suppose it doesn't matter now. I have to believe we were put on this path for a reason, even if you do not. Now it simply remains to see where it leads us.
Yeah. Right now, Garrett just wants to be part of the Inquisition. He thinks that being a part of that is a much higher calling than being part of any religious groups. Okay, let's do this. Let's talk to Cassandra. Cassandra? Love me.
Close to me, I don't actually know much.
Love me! Oh,
What do you want to know?
I'm not sure. Where are you from?
wait. Are people asking me questions? That's nice. So I'm guessing you don't know.
I thought you knew that.
I suppose I could ask Liliana. She has collected a frightening amount of information on you. But I don't want to ask her. I want to hear it from you.
Again, honest, direct. That is really nice. We're from the Free Marchers, I believe. What was our family name again? Trevelyan?
I was born in Ostwick, and that's where most of my family is.
The Trevellians, is it not?
Yeah,
A large
Trevelyan's.
clan with a rather clever coat of arms. Tell me, do you consider the Free Marches your home? Are you eager to go back?
Wait, what is our coat of arms? I had to check that out. I mean, I wouldn't say he hated it, even though they tried to push him towards his religious career. But I won't say he wanted to go back. I think that right now in the Inquisition, he feels that he has a much higher purpose than he would ever have in the Chantry. And I'm sure there's some family members that he misses. But nah, I think home is wherever I am, which is in this case here.
Wherever I am is home enough for me.
That's how I feel now. After
Approving.
years of tending to business for the divine.
So okay, let's talk about you then. You ask some questions about me, and I'm gonna ask some questions about you.
I'd like to get to know you better.
You would.
Yep.
Not a problem.
Not entirely. I'm just curious as to your motivation.
I'd like us to be closer. I mean, we just met this woman. We fought beside each other. We bled together. But that feels weird saying right now. I don't think I have to take all the romantic options to be romantically involved. I hope. Because this feels weird. So, just being friendly for now. I probably want more later on, but we'll see.
No motivation beyond making things between us less...
Antagonistic?
Exactly.
As you wish. My name is Cassandra Pendergast, daughter of the royal house of Navarra.
Yeah, she's a
78th
princess.
in line for the Navarran throne.
68.
I joined the Seekers of Truth as a young woman, and was with the Order until they withdrew from the Chantry. I remained as the Divine's right hand, carrying out her order to form the Inquisition. And here we are. That's all there is to know, my lord.
Ah, my lord. And you're gonna be my princess. So yeah, you're royalty.
You're a member of Navarra's royal family.
The Pendergasts are a very large clan. Half of Cumberland could say the same.
Really?
No, but it feels that way. I have hundreds of relatives so distant they need charts to prove we're related at all. And they have them. Oh yes. The Pendergasts value their precious blood like it runs with gold.
So you're not on good terms then?
You're not on very good terms with your family then.
I do not visit, if that's what you mean. The Pendergasts are famed for dragon hunting, but few actually pursue the craft.
Dragon
Most are
hunters.
fat and lazy. They pay lip service to the Maker and care only for idle pleasures and past glories. My brother was all that kept me in Navarra. Once he was gone, so was I.
So what happened to your brother then?
Tell me about your brother.
I would prefer not to speak of Anthony. Another time, perhaps.
Okay, sure. So Navarra, what's up with that place?
You don't seem to like your homeland.
My family polluted it for me. What little I saw of my homeland was through the bars of a gilded cage. My uncle treated me like a porcelain doll to be placed on a shelf and dusted only when necessary. Thus I did not see Navarra, the real Navarra, until much later. By then I realized I knew it not at all.
Huh. Well, I'm guessing that both of us have similar backgrounds when it comes to family. Although I still probably like my family somewhat. But not all.
Your uncle? What about your parents?
They had the misfortune of taking the wrong side in the second attempt to overthrow King Marcus. The king executed them, but spared my brother and I since we were family, and children at the time. Thus we were raised by my uncle, a mortalitasi who preferred the company of his corpses to the living.
What? Immortalitasi? That doesn't sound good at all. What is that?
Your uncle was a mortalitasi.
A death mage. He still is. My countrymen do not burn the dead, they bury them in special crypts. The mortalitasi supervise the crypts, like priests. Uncle Vestalis oversees the grand necropolis. Navarrans spend more time honoring dead relatives than they do with living ones. It is odd to be so fascinated with death and its trappings. I will never understand it.
No.
So you were the right hand to the Divine.
To Divine Justinia, yes. And Divine Beatrix before her, in fact. The position is normally reserved for Templars of the Knights Divine, but my circumstances were unusual.
Unusual how?
You don't know the story? Thank the Maker. I will tell you if you wish, but it isn't as exciting as some drum it up to be.
Is
The
it?
short version is that I once saved the
Yeah.
previous Divine's life. My reward was becoming her right hand.
So that is the events of the movie, I think.
But what does a right hand do exactly?
What is your hand capable of? It gives, it takes, it beckons. It makes a fist. Liliana and I extended the Divine's reach beyond the Grand Cathedral. We went where she could not. After Beatrix, I was tired of the position and wanted to return to the Seekers. But Justinia convinced me to stay. Her vision for the future gave me hope.
So yeah, you believed in her, obviously.
You thought she could really change things?
Justinian knew the war was coming long before it began. She tried to avert it, but the forces arrayed against her were too strong. Sometimes you have to break a bone so it can be reset. That's where the Inquisition comes in.
Yeah.
It was to be the answer. A means to preserve as well as an agent for change. I only wish she had lived to see it.
Well, we don't know if she's dead. I think I saw her in my vision. That's a good metaphor with the broken bone. And I think that's what we're doing now with Inquisition. Just as she said, some tradition. I am a traditionalist, but if it doesn't work, then I have no problem breaking it down to rebuild it again. So let's tell her. Let's see if she wants to tell us the story about how she became the right hand. I think it's something about a dragon cult and dragons and mages. Let's see.
So what's the story about you becoming the right hand?
Sweet Andraste, do you really want to hear that? It was,
Yep.
what, 18, 20 years ago? Some still discuss it like it happened yesterday. The tale gets bigger each time it's told. I barely recognize myself within it now.
Well, if you ask Varric, that's how stories work.
That's what happens with stories that become legends.
I am not a legend, nor was I then. I was a young woman barely out of training. To hear others tell it, I alone saved divine Beatrix from a horde of dragons sent to assault the Grand Cathedral. Rather impressive for such a young seeker, wouldn't you say?
And the truth is?
I stumbled upon a conspiracy to kill Beatrix. A Templar Knight Commander was at its heart, and there was a dragon battle at the Grand Cathedral, but I had help from loyal mages.
I remember.
To the cause. They freed the dragons from magical control. Without them, the Divine and I would both have died. Yet I became the right hand, and they are forgotten.
You're delightful. Well, she is delightful. I love these stories. How she's modest and honorable and just a cool girl.
You're delightful, you know that?
No, I do not know that. I object. There is nothing delightful about me.
I beg to differ.
I think I preferred you in the stock.
Oh, Cassandra, I want to hug you.
I'll let you get back to work.
Yay. Let's talk more with her later. I think we need to head off to do some other things. I also realized I didn't talk to Colin after our discussion. So I'm gonna go explore a bit outside, and then I'm gonna go and make another sweep with the people and talk to them. Fine taken notes. Okay, let's explore. Bye bye, Cassandra. I'm gonna impress Cassandra. How you like that, huh? Cool? No? Can I do this? Whoa! Awkward. I'm gonna go now. Okay, let's explore the wastes. Oh, I love this environment. Man, this is so cool! I just wish I had cooler armor. Oh, look, it's the... Wait, can I... I wanna check out the codex. I wanna check out my crest, the Trevelyan's. I'm gonna read all of this later on. Trevelyan's, the Free Marcher. The Trevelyan's are nobility from Ostwick, a city-state on the southern coast of the Free Marches. It is an old and distinguished family, in good standing among its peers, and with strong ties to the Chantry, yeah. Its youngest sons and daughters those third or fourth born children with little chance of becoming heirs often join the chantry to become Templars or clerics. Oh, as the youngest child, Lord Garrett Trevelyan was expected to follow suit until the disaster at the Conclave. Garrett was present at the Temple of Sacred Ashes as a representative of his family's interests, along with other distant relatives in the chantry. He was the only survivor at the temple after the explosion. How did that happen? Rumors that the mysterious mark on his hand is a sign of the Maker's favor were spread by those who claim they saw the divine prophet Andrasta herself lead Lord Garrett out of the Fade. It was probably Divine Justinia. I'm the youngest son. I'm old. Well, let's see. Look at this. Okay, where do we want to go? We want to go this way. Requisition for weapons. With the right materials found, weapons for the requisition can be requisitioned through Quartermaster. Select a logging stand. Let's go. Let's do some good. Oh. I hope that I don't get to... Who's these? I hope I don't get to fight, because I don't have any party members with me. Nope. Let's go around then. We also need 3 more iron. Do we have any iron here? Elf root. We need that as well. Elf root. Bam. Oh, here we go. Oops. Sorry. Sorry, Garrett. Can you climb this? You can't. Okay then. We're back here again. Hello, guys. Oh. Loot. A longbow and a schematic for a new staff blade? So that's maybe? More elf loot. Elf root. Okay. Okay, here's actually a road. Oh, look at all... Oh, there's so much elf roots. I gotta grab all of this. I'm gonna be an elf root addict when this is done. Yep. Excuse me, coming through. Nom 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 nom. I will have the best elf root potions in the world. Look at this. Oh, they're everywhere. Ah, an old classic. Seriously? What is it now? Oh, over here. Do we have a quest to pick up elf roots? Is this... Is that's why... Yeah... Found taken... Okay, let's set this active. Oh, what's this? This is iron. Acquired iron, okay. La 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 la. Oh my god. Okay, so you get more than 1 iron from these nodes. Okay, we still need to... Oh, what's this? Yeah, we know this.
Might be something here. Better take a closer look.
Yes. I'm so glad I... Oh, I can actually see it on the map as well. I'm so glad I chose this voice set, because it suits this guy so well. The other one is cool. It's very manly. Would fit a Kunari or dwarf. And probably humans as well, but... Not this guy. Hello? Anyone here? Also, These houses are so cozy. Hello? I'm a living sonar. Anyone here? Well, it already got the Seeker / Inquisition insignia.